just for you. So let me now welcome back. You will 'afternoon, I guess. We back. I think I forgot to ask a little earlier. Actually, halitosis, I suppose. 24/7, 365. We am right now. Tobias Cook. Morning, Tobias, philanthropist.
And it's crazy how it worked because I was still in high school, only 17 years old. When I went to the army, I was still a baby. But when I was in high school, I was in the Marine Corps JROTC, and I just happened to be the captain. And whenever the army came in to do the recruiting, they came in while I was in the middle of my drill with my class that I had. And the crazy thing about it is I had no intentions of actually going with the army. I already had plans of like, I'm gonna go to the Marines. I'm gonna become a sergeant major of the Marines and A, B, and C. And then the army came through, and after we had a conversation, it just made sense to me to go that route. Now, I do have a brother who's a Marine, and he'll give me crap for it all day because I went to the army instead.
That's all right. That's all right. Hats off
uh,
again to you because you did do it. But what I
yes,
find
ma'am.
amazing, sometimes Lord put people in your path for different reasons. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Things happen for a
Oh
reason they
yes.
need to put past. And I did not realize that you were as really as gifted and talented. And even I want to use the word driven as well because you know, we all go through things in life and it's easier to quit and give up. But I want to use the word determined because we all got a story, and you put some of your stories to music, and you are not a quitter to me. But I was amazed when our paths crossed. And shout out to Mario Facey, by the way. He is a writer, actor, director of many movies and documentaries. That we crossed paths that way. That's how I met you. But in digging into information about you is when I really say, like, this guy really been doing some things. I mean, you really are good. I was watching you freestyle once, and this got me wanting you to freestyle too on the Queen Silvy show. And there's this thing that we do on the Queen Silvy show every now and then, and it's called sound creation. Have you ever seen sound creation? That's where Smooth and myself or whoever the guest, we would just make a beat, a tone, a melody, and then the next one would do it, and we would keep doing it till we create our own sound. But today, I'm gonna just break the ice right now with you, and we're gonna do it. But only Smooth and myself is gonna make some kind of old crazy beat. See, because you're an engineer too, you might not even heard these beats and sounds that we're gonna make. But the challenge is that
All
you're
right.
gonna throw some kind of I'm gonna put you some freestyle. You're gonna throw some words to whatever we spit. That's a new word I learned. Spit. We gonna spit.
See what I can do for you.
uh, Smooth, are you gonna do some sounds with me? Uh, do you hear that? What? I'm trying to do it to him right now. Let me go first. Your turn.
That's it. Yeah. Rapping in the morning, Queen Silvy. Smooth Tim, yeah, he's getting Milky Way. Calm down, cause you know we getting silly. Yeah, I'm in the morning, y'all try to make Billy. Uh, I ain't kind of talk about the money. I ain't come to make no jokes. I'm really not that funny. I just wanted to make sure that the interview is so smooth and golden like that real sweet honey.
I think we old folks them through you while you're like, I'm trying to hang with them, but
So I ain't
you
too
know,
sure about the
you
rhythm they
yeah,
call.
you were
You call
doing
that
it.
rhythm?
You were doing it. Don't even ask me to rap because you know what? I'm old school. All I'm gonna do is be like Sugar Hill Gang, the hip hop, the hippie to the hippie. That's all I know. that is it. But back to you, Morning Child, and your talent. At what point in your life did you realize that you was taking your music serious for yourself, not for somebody else, but for you?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. I really started taking it more serious for me back in 2016. Um, now I started doing music at an earlier age. I want to say I was about 20, 21 when my first son was born. I started doing music, but it didn't really get that serious for me until 2016. I had been through some things, and I had realized exactly what God wanted me to be on as far as my platform and who He needed me to speak to. And once I figured that out, and I figured out my life and exactly where I wanted to go, that's when things started to change. That's when my music started to change. The sound started to change a lot. And that's also where I felt more comfortable writing. because I was actually able to write out a lot more music and produce a lot more, and those doors of opportunities kept opening up ever since then. So I'll tell you right now, you had a motivation speech earlier about going through struggles and making it out at the end, and
Mm-hmm.
that rings very true for me. You got to stay determined because, like you said, it's much easier to quit.
It
But if
is.
I would have quit back in 2016, we wouldn't be having this conversation right
Well, I'm
now.
glad you didn't quit. I'm very glad you didn't quit. You're now the leader of your pack because you have two sons. You know, so
Yes,
you are the one there looking up and following strong dad, and that's a good thing. You know, but I want to say that maybe in 2016 you found your purpose. You
I
think
would
it's
say that too. Yeah.
so. Tell me, what is your purpose?
So I'm a big believer of you know living a similar life to Jesus. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect at all, and I do still live in the world sometimes. But what I mean by that is to kind of take the same stand that Tupac took in hip hop, as far as being able to reach those people
Mm-hmm.
who can't really help themselves get out of the mud. Because I've been in the mud, I know what it feels like, but I also know how to get out of it.
Well, that's good for
And
you.
so I feel like for me, like my main job with this music is to go help those people also get out of the mud. Now, of course, I'm not gonna be crazy political on all my music. I still want people to have fun. I still want them to be able to enjoy what they're hearing. But I want them to know that they're not the only ones who have gone through some things, and there's someone else who may have been walking in that same path that could help them get to their destination.
I love
That's
it.
I think that's my goal.
I love it. I really do. That's the right way to do it. I
Have a
mean,
couple of
there's.
comments.
Oh, okay.
Black man Gibril says nice.
Oh, these some of your people shouted out. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's what's up. I mean, you keep it coming,
Thank you.
keep it rolling. Wherever you're watching or listening to the Queen Silver Show, you're more than welcome to type in any comments or suggestions or comments for my guest, Smooth, or myself, and he'll get them out to you.
Somebody else followed that up too. Davy, I saw you perform a couple of years ago in Dallas. Good to know that you're still going strong and giving us what we need.
Okay.
Oh.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
Davy.
that. Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, on doing that. So, how would you describe Morning Child? How would you describe the music that you typically create?
uh, Everyone's gonna say their music is different, right? Uh,
Right.
I look at my music more of on a classical approach. Instead of just trying to find a beat that's fire and making some lyrics that's fire, all my music has to tell a story. So whether or not I put words on the song, you got to be able to feel that emotion, and that's kind of where I take it. A lot of my biggest musical inspirations come from people like Beethoven, uh, but
That's
it's
smart.
and I'm not gonna go crazy on the names, but I like classical music, and I also like to bring in a little bit of that energy from the new style that's out. And what I can tell you as far as who Morning Child is with music, I like to think of it as almost like a game, like almost like I'm playing Tetris or chess or something like that. When I put together my strings, my piano, any horns that I put in, and even with my voice, I use my voice as more of an instrument versus just me putting words out there.
I love it.
So on the song "Symphonic" that I'm sure you're gonna be playing later,
We're finna
you
play that
hear
right
a
now,
lot of
actually.
perfect. So
That's
you're gonna hear a lot of different voices on there, and that's all me. The high pitched voices, lows, like any weird
so
sounds that you hear.
symphonic is you with the music as well.
Yes, ma'am.
You all of it. And this is all from your
Yes, ma'am.
EP, The Chronicles, Chapter 2, right?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me before we get into this song about Chapter 1.
So chapter one was when I was still going by Apollo, and I was in a different mindset way back then. I rap really fast, really aggressive, kind of angry.
That's all right. That's all right. You getting it
But
out, right?
yes, ma'am.
And a lot of
Yes, ma'am.
people can
Getting it
probably
out, trying
relate
to
to
get that out
that.
of there.
So
Oh yeah.
chapter 1 is a little different than chapter 2, but it's all part of you, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Well, we know we have symphonic. Is there anything you want to say about it before we play it?
So to date, this is still my favorite song that I've created, and I've been working on this song before I release it for about 5 years.
It's a
As far as like
masterpiece.
the lyrics, making sure that they're on point. The beat has gone through a few changes, and with this song personally, like every time I hear it, and this may just be a little biased, but I always get goosebumps when I hear this song. And like I said, it's been like 5 years, but to this day, I still can't fathom the fact that I was able to create this. So I'm thankful for God for giving me this talent. But like I said, symphonic is my favorite so far, just because of the different styles that I was able to use my voice for, and also my hands. I made the music that you're gonna hear for this song, so I'm blessed to have these hands and the mindset to be able to create this. So,
It's a great
Quicksilver, thank you for
piece.
playing it.
It's a
Thank you.
great piece. So you sit back and get your goosebumps as I present to you Symphonic from Morning Child right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
We're grinding, baby. Yeah, we're grinding and we climbing, baby. Grinding till they see us shining, baby. Then keep on grinding till we're shining like some diamonds, baby. Yeah. I said we're grinding, baby. Yeah, we're grinding and we climbing, baby. Grinding till they see us shining, baby. I hear a lot of strings, a lot of brass, never played in the orchestra. Percussion big and quiet voices richer than Oprah. I'm the conductor with the wand to make a man. Loading the machine, give me some time, I'll make a band. I just shows for love, invisible people waving their hands. Those nights it was hard to conceive that I'd be the man. Now I'm working harder than ever, as fast as I can. By the time y'all realize the growth, I would've been lost the plan. This is for the ones who've been with me since day one. NADXGBO click, we got one. We used to fist fight, smoke weed, and have fun. But now we sitting on the clouds counting million. I never thought that the kids would make it. He's talking crazy, man, that don't even make sense. I'm trying to build a legacy, so I take hits. But I never take time for the fake shit. They say the biggest risk in life is not taking any. So in 2020, I'ma be sure to take plenty. In 1992, my mama took one with me, and my dreams were born the same year. This is just the beginning. I hear a lot of strings, a lot of brass, never played in the orchestra. Percussion big and quiet voices richer than Oprah. I'm the conductor with the wand to make a man. Loading the machine, give me some time, I'll make a band. I just shows for love, invisible people waving their hands. Those nights it was hard to conceive that I'd be the man. Now I'm working harder than ever, as fast as I can. By the time y'all realize the growth, I would've been lost to play. I would've been lost to play. I would've been lost to play. I would've. Last night, me and my sister were freestyling, and she asked me if I was even singing on my album. You talk about his money and hoes. You don't have any of those, you just got punches to throw. Yeah, maybe you got flow, but everybody has that. You were the one they chose to get on the stage and rap, so get your head out your ass, nigga. Stop looking at these model bitches. You claim to be a pro and not show it, focus on your mission. Then you'll get them good figures. Keep them close to came with you. Just don't let the fame hit you. Don't let your game switch up. You'll get them good figures. Keep them close to came with you. Just don't let the fame hit you. Don't let your game switch up. And don't forget about your family. And thank God when you get that first Grammy, just pray all day. Just pray, cause I hear a lot of strings, a lot of brass, never played in the orchestra. Percussion banging, quiet voices richer than Oprah. I'm the conductor with the one, I'm making man. Loading the machine, give me some time, I'll make a band. There's shows full of invisible people waving their hands. Those nights it was hard to conceive that I'd be the
Some diamonds, babe. I like that. You was in
Thank you.
another world right there. I'm like, yeah, that was a bad tune right there. And this tune is available on the Chronicles chapter 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The music we're showcasing is on this is really great because now I got some more new music that I can just jam to in my little office here, and that's real smooth. I really love that. Somebody just typed in and said, if you're a rapper, do you have any tattoos?
I actually do have
I was
tattoos.
like, what does that have to do with it? But hold up, you do have tattoos?
Yeah, so I know where they're going with that. A lot of rappers are completely tatted up, ink all over the place, and even on the face. Uh, Now, like I told you earlier, I love Tupac. Tupac never really was crazy as far as like having quite a few tattoos on his face. So I haven't gone that route just yet.
That's all right.
But I do have a tattoo here on my left arm and on the right.
Okay.
They're Roman numerals. Tattoos for my sons. That's their birthdays. I do have future plans to get a whole lot more. Like I told you, I do have a Hawaiian heritage. Hawaiian people are known for tattoos.
Well,
We're
that
definitely
just
gonna be
taught me
doing that.
something right there. I was going to dress up as a rapper for Halloween. Now I know I got to add some tattoos on there because I'm not
Oh
a
yeah.
rapper. Man. That's
Don't
crazy.
forget the face tats. Very
Right?
important.
Yeah, the teardrops. I got to put the teardrops on
Yes.
there like I done somebody in. But you know what? For you, Morning Child, where does your creative drive come from? We already determined you are no way a quitter. We all go through that. "Oh, I want to, but you're not. So where does this
Right.
creative drive come from you?
So first, I gotta give all glory to God for this creativity.
Amen.
What I can tell you, as far as why I'm so gung ho to make it happen, my family, we're all creators. I have a family full of singers and artists and of different styles. Like painters and people who do a lot of different things with their hands. My family's very talented. The only thing is because of some of the hardships that we have had to go through at a younger age. Some of the things that we all wanted and aspired for, they never really happened. So I personally just put it on my shoulders to make sure that no one in my family has to worry about the future. They needed the kids or anything like that. Talking about kids, I think that's honestly why I push so hard because my kids need someone to look up to, no matter what their dreams are in the future, because they may not do music. My oldest wants to be an astronaut.
That's all
And
right.
so, right, and so even in that aspect, I want him to know that no matter how difficult things may get or how difficult they may seem, should I say, there's no room to quit. There's always room for improvement, and I think he's finally starting to understand that because he sees that his dad has been through a lot and has not given up. And I don't plan to, you know, whether this ends today or it goes further and actually do accomplish everything I said to accomplish. I'm never gonna quit making music, and I really hope that my kids can see one day like that determination is something that's hereditary.
That's all
Because I got
right.
it from my grandmother, got it from my mother, and I hope to pass it down to them.
Well, that's good because you know what? On how to be a man or a woman, young adult, mother, father, that comes with no instructions. You know that?
Not at all.
It doesn't even come with the book on how to succeed and be successful. But when we realize our purpose and take, I mean, and again, hats off to you. I guess I should have wore a hat today just so that I could be like, hey, thank you, audience. Hats off to you on all of that there. But okay, I'm going to go since March. Since March of this year, 2020, we got this pandemic here. Tell me how your
Right.
creativity adapted to the COVID-19.
Oh, so it's crazy that you're asking me this because in August I actually caught COVID-19.
Did you?
So for 2 weeks, I was in quarantine, and
Oh,
during those 2 weeks, I actually had a little transformation because I could have either just laid in bed and got my rest like the doctors asked me to do, but that's not what God told me to do. I was told to create. Those are the skills I was given. So that's what I did, and I honestly feel like now I'm even more strong than what I was before I got sick because the whole lockdown thing really happened on my birthday. It happened on March 13th, and so that kind of bummed me out for like a little
hold on.
bit, but I don't take it too serious.
Your birthday, March 13th?
Yes, ma'am.
You are a Pisces, boo. I'm March 3rd. Hello, I knew it was something. My
Hey,
brother. My brother. That's what's up. Ah, that's where that talent and stuff comes from with you. Now I get it. I
It's a
get it. You
Pisces
have
blood.
great creativity.
I'll just sit here and let you two feed each other's ego.
But you know what, Morning Child, the new concert arena is the internet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've seen who was that? Patti LaBelle and who was that artist? They were like not battling but singing it out. You know, you don't get to see things like that at a concert. And now everyone is on the internet. So I know that you are on the internet. So how are you utilizing this World Wide Web to stay connected with the fans you have, as well as generating some new ones now?
So what I try to do is I try to create as much as possible, as far as like music and different arts, and just try to get that out there. And when I release my music, I try to talk to my fans as much as possible. Kind of see what they like, because I want to make sure that I continue to make music to help them out and make them feel good. Everybody
Right.
wants to feel good. I just try to be as relatable as possible with my music and with my posts. I don't really post a whole lot, as far as like anything personal or just to post. I try to make some meaning behind everything that I put out there. So you may not see me post for like a week or two, but when I do get back on there, I'll make it worth your time. To, even if it's for a couple seconds.
Yeah, just because you don't see you on there for a week or so, don't mean you're not still on the grind and doing your thing.
That brain is still
Always
thinking.
on the grind.
Right.
That brain is
Oh,
still
yeah.
thinking.
That's right. He's a Pisces. We were always on the work, always. But speaking of online, do you have any online shows maybe upcoming? Give the people a little bit of something.
So I don't have any upcoming shows, but I will be dropping some videos here in the next month or so.
Some music
So be on the
videos.
lookout for that. Yes, ma'am.
Well, you need to hit me up.
Doing
We would
something
love.
creative.
We'd love to showcase music videos on the Queen Silvy Show.
Speaking of
And
Perfect.
you know
I'll be
what?
sure to send that your way.
Speaking of which, I was going to play Open Letter, right?
Mhm.
But I'm going to play Open Letter in a minute. What I want to do is I want to showcase your acting skills when you and Smooth did I don't know what do we call that, but we're going to play this video because I want to talk about this video also. And we're
All
going to
right.
get back into some music. Is there something that you want to lead up to this video?
Yeah, so shout out to Romario Facey, first of all, for being the
Yes,
mastermind
shout out
behind this.
Romario.
That guy's like a brother to me. I love that guy. With this video, if you ever felt like life's never enough, this video will probably pull some heartstrings for you. I'm sure a lot of people have been down on their luck and have been without, so this may resonate with you. So just stay tuned, check this out, and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, leave a comment below. And these videos, by the way, are Vid Chronicles, VID Chronicles. You can find them on YouTube. Romario Facey is the director behind all of this. You yourself, Morning Child, did music credits for some of his projects as well, right?
Yes, ma'am. So all the Vid Chronicle projects I have created the music for, and blessed to have the opportunity to do that, for sure.
That's what's up. Let's check out this video. It's a short video clip. And we're going to talk about this in just a moment right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
All
Check
right.
it out.
Excuse me, sir. Could you spare some change so I can get something to eat?
I'm sorry, man. I don't have any money. I can't help you.
Please, anything would help.
Here. This is all I can give.
Thank you. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What made you decide to stop and help me?
Well, being hungry isn't a nice feeling, and no one should have to suffer.
Thank you. Wait. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why are you walking home?
Well, I can't afford a car, but I still have to go to work. My family depends on me. So I walk 25 minutes to and from work every day just to provide for them.
What's your full name? I want you to have something.
Frank Willis.
Frank, I'm not homeless. I'm actually a billionaire. I was doing this to see if anyone would actually help. But you made a difference. I want you to have something.
Why are you giving this to me?
You opened the bread that you were taking home to your family to feed a stranger. You didn't have much, but you tried to help with what you had.
I don't know what to say.
Your actions have already spoken for you. Hundreds of people walked past me today and didn't even notice I was here. But you made a difference.
Thank you.
The world needs more people like you, Frank.
Thank you.
In life, we must show equal respect and appreciation for one another.
Life is too precious for us not to love and care for one another.
You should always be willing to lend a helping hand, even if it's not much. You never know how much it means to that person.
Being loving and caring are all emotions of God, and we should express them every day and make the world a warmer place.
And the award goes to, I'm telling you. Listen, I have watched that a million times, and a million times I've stood outside waiting for somebody to write me a check. That was so good. I'm like, you were so calm, though. I that's the only thing I thought about. I'm like, somebody give me a $10. Oh, I'm going to be running, jumping, swinging from trees like a monkey. But, that was a good message all throughout that there, and that was really cool. You guys did that professionally. I think the day you did that, I was out of town.
But you never know. You never know.
You never know.
I mean, Jesus can hide himself a whole lot of different ways in your life just to see.
That's right.
How do you react? How do you behave?
It's a good thing. Again, shout out to Romario Facey. You have a lot of other projects with Romario upcoming.
We do. We have some things in the works. Before I get there, I want to give a shout out to Smooth Tim for also being in that video. You're a phenomenal actor. Our on-screen chemistry was on point. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
You guys did good. Did very good.
So as far as any projects with Mario, like I said, we do have some other videos and things that we talked about doing. I can't really go into too much detail. I know you guys know Mario. He doesn't like to go too crazy with information. So got to keep that on lock for now, but we do have some things in the works.
Well, when you're allowed to, keep me posted because I would love to share it out. Yeah.
Might I ask Tobias, for the new project that he's working on, the Texas Kill City, are you doing the soundtrack for that?
So I actually won't be doing the soundtrack for this one, this movie.
Okay.
Now, I will be still promoting this movie because this movie is great from what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, like even outside of the state of Texas, like the world's going to be in for a shock.
Yeah, I agree.
So far.
I agree. Smooth and myself have a small part in it, but I'm honored to say that I'm in it.
I'm glad to have a part. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, because it is from the beginning to the end. I'm not saying anything about it. You just have to wait and for the promotion of this movie, but it is a good movie coming out, and it is what it is. But so you do the movie credits for that, but do you write and do music credits for other artists as well?
I am starting to get more into like the YouTube community as far as my music. So I have a couple of YouTubers who are creating their own content now, who I'm making music for. I also produce for other artists in the entire country. To be honest, I have artists here in Dallas, have some in Chicago, and a couple in Brooklyn. Which the ones in Brooklyn are super dope.
That's
But
good.
as far as like any other like movies or shows and stuff like that, those are still opportunities that I'm waiting for the doors to open up for. But I am grateful for the YouTubers who have reached out to me that I'm also creating content for.
Big things are so about to happen for you. I just can feel it. I can just feel the platform just opening up for you. And it's time, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I feel it. The wind has changed somehow
Yeah,
in the past couple of weeks. I feel God's presence over this whole thing, and just my mindset in general of it has changed. So something's coming. I feel it.
that's great.
It's a good positive aura.
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling it from you.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And I'm not just saying that because I had a cup of tea. Just wanted to say that. But listen, the Chronicles chapter 2 is what we're showcasing music from. We're going to play Open Letter. What would you like to say about it? Another
All right, this song is
good
kind of
one.
yeah, this one's kind of deep. So I talk about quite a few things. In the first verse, it's kind of a double entendre between a bad breakup and also me dealing with being an alcoholic a few years ago. So it, to, I know it's kind of hard to explain, but I tie both stories in together in a way to where no matter how you split it, it's relatable to those subjects. The second verse, I talk about an old friend of mine, guy who I used to look up to, is like a brother to me. We had a falling out. And then the third verse is my apology to my wife and the way I used to be years ago. I didn't really give her the attention that she needed. So this is my personal apology to her. And the whole open letter is because life is never really finished just because something ended. There's always opportunities to fix things, to make things better before you go. So the letter is never closed. You never sell it off. Never send it. There's always more room, and like I said earlier, opportunities to grow and get
I
better.
love it. I love it. I mean, you have to work through everything in life, and what better ways than to put it to the pen to the pad, as they say, and then put it out in a
Oh yeah.
testimony this way. Because there's a lot of people that they can't walk your shoes, but they can certainly relate and grow and get the message from the music. And we're going to present to you right now, Morning Child, an open letter right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
Gotta be honest. I don't even know how to start this. Cause with this first letter, I'm trying to knock out two birds with one stone. But I know the message is gonna be confusing. So let me just put my thoughts to the page. I just gotta get this out. Yeah. The other night I had a dream about you. Even though I stopped thinking about you, the memories we created were more than cool, but my heart has grown cold. I don't know about you, but right now I need to get you off my mind. I'm sick and tired of thinking about you all the time. I really wish those thoughts were sour like a lime. Wish the feelings for you were small like a dime. I used to wish that I could have you back, but now I want the Grammy plaques. Don't mean to hurt you when I'm rapping back to you. I'm just spitting facts. My love for you was my excuse to move on from the pain. It was that abuse of time or two that gave peace to my brain. I refuse to write a song for you, but watch out, refrain. Now that someone else is loving you, hope that you're okay. Cause if for years I'm hurting you, I can't be a call away. There's a chance that we might run into each other, but the chance ain't today. It's crazy because this actually hurt me more than you think it did, bro. Like, I looked up to you, man. Like, you were like a big brother to me, man. It's just... Fuck, I guess this is it. Why the fuck you have to switch up?
I call you, but you hardly pick up. So I finally said that enough is enough. You say you still my bro, but nigga, where's the love? Yeah, I know you went through a lot of shit that was tough, but you cut me off because my wife was cool with somebody that you shouldn't have fucked. Man, that shit got me stuck, and I don't know what's up. You say I wouldn't understand, I understand enough. So now I'm sitting in the yo all by myself. Even though we built the peak, climbing mountains to the wealth. I thought we were committed to the dream, to the death. I can no longer sit here just holding my breath. I might be an actor, but I can't act like it's okay. No smoking mirrors, no Cirque du Soleil. I'm always a phone call away, and there's a chance we might run into each other, but that chance ain't today. Now that I got that out of my system, it's time for me to write the most important letter of my life. So honestly, it's long overdue, but I really want you to know how I feel about this from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry. To my heart, my queen, the love of my life, the only woman that I'm proud to call wife. Through all the bullshit, you stuck by my side. The dark ass days and the long ass nights, lots of years filled with love. Despite all of your night, I wrote to trying not to cry. Let's get back to cloud 9. I want to give you insight and tell you how sorry I am for it all. Really, I played every single card that the devil lit me. You were right to resent me. Our love I offended when it should have been your heart that I guarded and defended. I spent half a decade just trying to mend it, cause you had every reason in the world to say fuck it and end it. Like all the times that it felt like my heart wasn't in it. All the lying and the cheating and the hate I was sending. I blamed it on the alcohol and all the stressful days, but I should've turned to you to take my pain away. On a daily basis you would turn to God and pray, and when he showed me signs I take a shot and walk away. So from the bottom of my heart I hope you truly feel it. I love you with everything I am, it's not a small feeling. When we say it to the moon and back, our love isn't in it. So when I say I love you, hope you know I'm not pretending. Girl, I'm in it, and I mean that real. I'ma be in here every single day, every single night. Every part of my being, every part of who I am, I'm here for you, ride or die, to the end of my life. There's no last. I love you. Oh, P.S. You better write me back too.
Yes. Boy, that was that he likes. What was that one verse?
Oh, when you're going off on your friend, but your friend's shallow. I gotta say, your friend is a little bit shallow. If yeah,
Good
something
song.
like that can come between a friendship.
Yeah, I can feel the aggression and the just getting it out and expressing. I'm like, you were flowing very good. I am so impressed and honored that you
And
were
I'm
here
very
on the
emotional
show.
with that one.
Yeah, that's really
Understandable.
good. Who's doing the background? Was that?
That's all me.
Is it really? You go, man. That's what's up. The new Prince right here, y'all, because you can do it all. You know, that's what's up, though. You cutting out all the middle people and making all the money then.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Right. But now, so you're a songwriter. I've seen there's artists that's writing songs about the pandemic right now. But if you was to write a song with your thoughts to the music about life in 2020, what's some of the things that you'll make sure to point out?
I would definitely point out, the isolation everybody's feeling. Just even though we're technically distant from everyone, because of COVID-19, I honestly feel like the world's even more connected than ever before. Because we're not being distracted by everything else that's going on, we're able to kind of see more insight. Not just talking about police. Kind of that's where a lot of people's thoughts are probably going. We're talking even in politics. I feel like people, especially the younger people, are actually paying attention to what's going on in politics, not just the presidency, but even within their city. I would also talk about different ways to be creative. This is something I have a conversation with my wife with on a regular basis. Just because we're not living life like normal and things are kind of condensed as far as where we can and can't go and things of that nature. This is the perfect time to
Mm-hmm.
figure out what you want to do in life and who you are. So don't say, "Oh, like they're trying to take my rights away." Honestly, use this time, use this freedom to create the new you.
That's
There may
right.
be something inside of you that you never knew, and I think this time away from everything can really help.
That's right.
And no, that's definitely what I would talk about for sure.
See, you already have another chapter 3 already. You just there it is.
Already in the works.
There it is. Now you mentioned did you mention Tupac?
Yes.
Is Tupac the all around best rapper, or is there someone else that you would name as the best rapper of all time?
Uh, that's really tough. 'Cause I can get a lot of fire for this one. Uh, all right. On a personal level, as far as like who I relate with, as far as similar backgrounds and things of that nature, and who I model after, Eminem is personally my favorite rapper. And I may not have done quite as many drugs as he has,
Right,
but as far as some of the things that he has talked about and the way that he creates his music, it just resonates differently with me than with other artists. Tupac is definitely on my top five, along with Drake, Jay Z, and Andre 3000, and myself, of course.
right.
But but I will say Eminem is definitely my favorite. As far as who's the best rapper alive, to give that credit to myself.
Hey, you know what? I'm not mad
Tupac ain't
at you.
here no more.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you. You named all the ones that I can definitely relate to, and I dig them as well. And Drake. Speaking of Drake, he's one of the artists that dropped a new mixtape during this pandemic. I think it was
Right.
Dark Love demo tape, but he told a reporter that all musicians, artists like yourself, they need to figure out, quote, what the people need. So you
Yes.
are on the grind, you are doing your thing, you are an artist on the rise, successfully doing it. I'm gonna ask you, what do the people need?
They need somebody to relate to. Musically. Uh, I feel like music is a universal language. Even though we may use English in our songs, it's
Mm-hmm.
the emotion that people feel. And if that emotion is not there and people can't really relate or find an escape or a release, it makes it hard for people to really get through in life. And I feel like as a musician, that's our responsibility is to help people get through and
Absolutely.
not get by. There's a completely different meaning between getting by and getting through. If you get through something, there's something great on the other side of that. You know what I mean?
And there's music
But
for it
getting
all.
by is just exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
And so I definitely agree with what Drake said. I think we do have that responsibility, and I'm definitely willing to hold up that for the people. Making music for whatever needs that they have.
absolutely. It's a fact that music speaks volume. Now, if your music
Mhm.
was doing the talking, what is it saying? What's the message to the music?
Uh, I don't believe in silver linings, but everything happens for a reason. And once you figure that reason out, there's always something greater at the end.
That's what's up. You have something smooth?
Absolutely. One person wants to know, Antoine. Antoine wants to know, where do you record your music? I like the sound.
Oh, thank you,
Well,
Antoine.
thank you, Antoine. Thank you so much for that. So I actually partnered up with a guy named James. He has his own studio out in Arlington. It's called Banger Boy Studio, and I actually record out of there. Uh, Now, I was able to partner up with him and record my own music. So all the music that you heard, not only did I produce it myself, but also engineered it myself.
Mm,
So I'm grateful that you heard it and that you appreciate the sound.
wow. Look
I
at
feel like I
you.
worked pretty hard on it,
It's you.
so it means a lot.
Now, did you go to school for this engineering part, or is
I
this something you picked up?
It's honestly something I picked up. It was natural for me, like, not to be cocky, but like I didn't go to school to learn it. I signed up for the equipment opened up Pro Tools, had the soundboard ready, and I just picked it up
That's
immediately.
because you are a power Pisces, boo, and I'm a power Pisces too. I used to eat soup with spoons, and now I use that to play music. Go figure, creative.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is. But now you're dedicated to giving back. So tell me what qualifies you as a philanthropist. I love saying that
so
word,
the
by
way
the way.
the way I give back is I try to do it as anonymous as possible. Like you'll never see me post a video or even type anything about me giving either to churches, to homeless people, to hospitals. My wife does the same thing. So I'm not. I don't really want to go into too much detail because God believes in cheerful givers, especially those who are anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to try to keep it that way as much as possible. Uh, but something that I like to do is to show my kids that we are blessed to be where we are in life. We may not have everything, but we have something to give. And that's more.
Absolutely. I love it. You have a good head on your shoulders. And I'm not saying
Thank
that
shout
because
out
you're a
to my mama for
Pisces.
that.
Well, you know what it is, what it is. Thank you, Mama. Because
Like,
we as parents can only do what we can do, and it's up to the child to take that and go with it. Either it went out your ear, or So I mean, come on.
mine just took time to sink in. My mama was like your mama, Tobias. Probably always pastoring to you about the right thing to do and the right way to do it. And they're always saying, you little knucklehead, you need to listen. I was listening. It just took time to sink in and me to be able to apply it correctly in life.
Hey,
I feel you.
that's all it is. So what's new? What's next for Morning Child? Any new goals or anything for? Well, this year is just about gone. So what new goals do we have going on?
I feel like this year just really started for me.
All right, okay, that's how you
There's
do
a
it.
lot of things going on right now. Some three things that I can tell y'all about as far as like absolute, pretty much already done. There's three projects that will be dropping between November and March.
Mm.
So a lot of work being put in. The first project I'll be dropping, which is in November, it's called Space Sounds Volume 3, Earth. Now, if you haven't heard of Space Sounds, like if you haven't followed my music yet, Space Sounds is my collective of instrumentals that I've created. So there are no words, nothing at all. It's just straight music, it's straight
Oh,
emotion on every single track.
that's nice.
So I really hope you guys like that. Just something peaceful, something to listen to, maybe something to freestyle to. I would love to hear what some of you artists have out there.
We'd love to.
Second project I'm working on is called The Night Owl. The Night Owl is just a mixtape. I'm not going to be selling this at all. This is going to be completely free for everyone to listen to. So whether you're on iTunes, Apple Music, whatever, you don't have to pay for the Night Owl. That's coming straight to you. This music is going to be something to ride to, something to feel good. Listen to it with your homegirl. Listen to it with your girl. Listen to it with your homies, whatever. For those that smoke, I got something for y'all. For those that just like to chill and relax, I got something for y'all too. And then the third project is called The Payback. The Payback is low key the Chronicles Chapter 3. This is my very first studio album that I'll be dropping in March. The Payback is really not something sinister. Like I'm not going after people or seeking revenge. I take the payback as more of like paying back my mom for everything she's done, paying back the city of Kingsville, paying back the city I grew up in, which is Irving, and then also paying back quite a few other people and other opportunities, even obstacles that were in my life. And that's really what this album is about. I cannot wait to share that with y'all. I'm beyond excited for the feedback.
That is so great. Look at you, busy, busy, busy. I
Busy
love
bee.
it.
Gotta be.
I love it. Yeah, you do. You do. You have to stay busy and stay in the grind because nobody don't want to see you succeed. You know that, right? You got to do all that on your own and reap the rewards on your own, and you're gonna do it anyway because you're the band, you're the engineer, you're the rapper, you're the singer, you're the shoot. That's how you do it.
Shizzle.
The shizzle.
He's
Oh,
the
you got a
shizzle.
new word. The shizzle. Teach me, honey. The shizzle. So, with your two sons going through this pandemic right now, Morning Child, how do you explain what's going on and also the parts about the wearing the mask?
So first, of all, I'm grateful for my kids because they're intelligent enough to understand that this is not something bad, and they're also young enough to not really know anything different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but as soon as the pandemic hit, like when it first started hitting in China, and they were talking about how it could spread around the world, my wife and I had already sat down with both of our
That's
sons,
good.
especially our oldest, and we let them know, hey, the world changes a lot, and there may be some things that we have to go through as a society, and like I said, I'm grateful that they were able to get that, because once they started issuing out, oh, we have to wear masks and we have to be 6 feet apart, and you can't go here, you can't go there. At first, it was a bit challenging because they weren't able to finish the school year last year at school. They had to
Mm-hmm.
finish it here.
Right.
So, my wife and I became teachers, and my kids had to adjust to the new way of doing things. But they got it, and they were able to really honestly help my wife and I get through the pandemic, because we went like our entire lives not having to worry about anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it was probably harder on us than it was for them. So they helped us really get through it, and they never really had a problem with the mask. They feel like superheroes when they put them on. So
Right?
like,
Yeah, just use your
they actually,
creativity and go with the flow, So that's pretty good
oh
because,
yeah.
there's a lot of parents that's finding themselves as being the teacher, and that patience comes into play big time when it
Hmm.
comes down to that for everybody, actually. But, I'm enjoying this conversation with you, and I hope that you're enjoying yourselves to come back again to keep filling us up with some of your goodness because I'm really am enjoying it totally, what you
Thank
have
you.
to offer. But now tell me, what all do you have? What EPs do you have before chapter 2 of the Chronicles that we're doing? EPs, albums, what do you have and where can we get them?
Okay, so I have the Chronicles Chapter One, which is just called the Chronicles, and then I also have two instrumental albums out right now: Space Sound Volume One and Volume Two,
Mm-hmm.
Mercury and Venus, respectively. Uh, and you can find it on any music streaming platform. So no matter where you are, whether you're on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Google, Deezer, Tidal, whatever, you could find my music on any streaming platform, even on YouTube and SoundCloud.
That's what's
So
up.
check it out, and please give me your feedback. I love communicating with fans and having that conversation.
Absolutely.
And I'm not gonna be one of those artists that just sees it, likes it, and doesn't say anything. We will talk, we'll converse, and I don't know. Maybe I'll meet some of you guys in person with a mask, of
Right, right. You like two masks come on with you because you done already like don't play that.
And besides, I know Tobias has $10 million.
Right.
I seen it on
Oh, you talking
film.
about that check, $10 million. He done probably gave that away to someone and helped somebody out or something. He paid it
That's
forward.
already gone.
Yeah, that's probably what he did. All right, well, listen, I appreciate you being on the show. We're gonna go out with what song are we gonna go out with? Oh, Jerome. We're gonna go out with Jerome. But before we do,
course.
tell everybody how you can be followed on social media and contacted for any of your services, whether it's music, the writing, or whatever. You're multi-talented.
Engineering.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I would definitely help anyone with that: songwriting, engineering, producing. Reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram. That's morningchild.official. Or you can just type in Tobias J. Cook, as you see right there on the screen. You can also follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. The best ways to reach me, though, would definitely be through Instagram, and also through my email, which is my first name, Tobias J. Cook at iCloud.com. So again, Tobias.J.Cook at iCloud.com. Y'all can reach out to me there, and I'll be more than happy to work with you on some music. Or if you just want to talk, you got some things you want to get off your
That's
chest,
what's up.
need someone to confide into that you don't know personally, just to get it out. I'll be there to help you out.
That's what's up. And you know what? Your services are definitely needed. And I'm speaking for myself because I've tried the songwriting thing because I know that everybody has a story and then you put it to the paper. But my song ended up being like a book because I didn't know where to cut
Mm.
that story off. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, first it started out pretty good. And I did it where I did the lyrics before I even come up with music. Is that how you do? Or do you do
Oh
music,
yeah.
then the lyrics? How do you do it?
So it really depends, but for the most part, I write my lyrics first.
See, well, see, my lyrics are turned into a book. It's not even a song anymore. But we'll cut it and break it down, and maybe I'll do a series 1, series 2. I don't know, but it is. But
Sounds
listen, I
like fun.
appreciate you being on the show. What do you have to say about Jerome?
So Jerome is a small snippet of my personal life. kind of opening that door for people to really see who I am and why I do what I do. Honestly, I still don't even know who he is, and that doesn't bother me. I've already forgiven him in my mind for not being there. My mom had to pick up the slack for him. I was working, so she didn't really have a lot of time to spend with me and my sister,
Mm-hmm.
which is not on her. Everyone has things that they have to do to take care of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. So Jerome is really just telling a story of my upbringing, why I make music, to be honest, and how I feel about myself as an artist. So I really hope you guys enjoy Jerome. This is a very fun piece for me to work on.
You have a lot of masterpieces. That's what I'm calling these. These are masterpieces. And maybe
Thank
you
you.
could do a documentary of your life. Go back to Kingsville and then go to Irving and then put the picture to the music. Well, that's a
That
nice
sounds like
deal.
something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got a lot of skills, and I appreciate you taking the time being on the show. We're gonna go out with Jerome by Morning Child. Follow him everywhere, mainly Instagram. But I bet you if you typed in his name, you'll find him because you're becoming Googleable. You like that?
Yes.
Googleable.
Yes. Thank you, Google, for that. I noticed that last week.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Paths are so finna open for you. You just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, really, you're doing a lot of great things, and it's just a matter of seconds. I can say a matter of time. No, it's a matter of seconds before this here happens. And I did again thank you for being on the show today. We look forward to having you again. This is only the beginning, my Pisces brother.
Peace out.
Yes,
All
man.
right,
Peace.
let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen, as I present to you Jerome by Morning Star, right here on the Queen Silvy Show, and we'll be right back.
Morning child. Yeah. My life is deeper than throwing the penny in the well. It's still waiting to hear the splash. My father left before I was even born. Oh well, I'm 28 and still don't know his ass. But he's forgiven, man. Look at the way we live, and all of our blessings overfilling the glass. Now I'm a father, a husband, rapper, and actor. Best believe I'm not missing the time past. And my mother, I love her to death. And she worked so hard and she was always stressed. Always worked tough jobs, but kept me so well dressed. And I was so well spoken, I always felt so blessed. Never let her see her hurting, man. She never broke a sweat. And even though I barely saw her, I'm glad she did her best. Because even though I have a little sister growing up, I felt alone. But she always showed love, so I always had a home. But let me switch the tip. Cold or hot shower. That's a story that can be told for several hours. But that same old soil produces different flowers. So I'm blessed to say that God gave me the holy power to go in and out of flows like a farmer when he sows and watches the rain fall. Love when the sun glows, smiles at the rainbows. Cause even with the turmoil, he understands that we carry patience, so harvest still grows. And rappers the commodity, we are the anomaly. Buying every property in this game of monopoly. Consciously switching flows constantly. Honestly fulfilling our prophecy. We are not a sovereignty. Want a child.
All right.
I really like that. You are bad. Move over, artist. Morning Child's coming through. That's what's up. All right. Thank you so much for being on the show. We look forward to having you back again.
Thank you so much, Queen Silvy. And
You're
thank you,
very
Smooth 10, for having me.
You're
You
very
bet.
welcome. You're very welcome. Morning Child, everybody. So listen, I was passing out like 2 weeks now these cards. So if anyone hasn't received these cards, which is for 20% off at Oris Fashion.
Let me see that.
Oris Fashion Boutique, we have something even better. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, you can call Oris Fashion Boutique before Wednesday and Thursday, that is, to set up yourself for a private shopping with Oris Fashion Boutique and receive 40% off
40.
on Wednesday and Thursday.
That's almost like free.
Yeah. She has custom jewelry that's unbelievable, fashions that'll totally transform the feeling as well as the look. And then we all deserve that. So go on and hook up with Aura's Fashion Boutique. In fact, you can call this number 817-680-8397. Set up yourself a private shopping appointment on a Wednesday and Thursday and get that 40% off.
No better way to keep your wife happy,
Hey,
fellas.
hey, that's right. So listen, follow Queen Silvy on Facebook, Instagram under Silvy Starks or Queen Silvy. And guess what? We are now on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, The Queen Silvy Show. Follow us and keep yourself informed, as well as go ahead and sign up for the Queen Silvy Show Friends Club.
That's right.
And we're going to go out right now and say we hope to see you next week for another terrific Tuesday
That's right.
for the Queen Silvy Show.
Making your Tuesdays terrific, the best
Smooth,
weekend.
how can you be followed?
I can be followed on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those platforms.
He's
Tim
Googleable.
McGiffin, I'm Googleable too.
That's right.
That's kind of funny, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Googleable. I hope
Well,
that
go out
doesn't
and
mean
enjoy
anything.
your day. Make the most of every moment, and we'll see you.
We
next
love you.
week. Holla.
Bye-bye.